So it's been a few days now, I'll probably say even a week, and the bondo they sold me was definitely freaking old and crappy because I just bought new, and the new one comes in better packaging. Step 2 is basically adding the bondo, and this one very like clumpy. It's supposed to be very liquidy, and you see that right there? That's, I think, the liquid that's supposed to be inside it, and it's hard. You can't even mix it up. So I think in the regular one you have to mix it up, but that's like clunky, it's super hard. So it's like this bondo's ruined, and I didn't know that, so I put it on the car, and because of my ignorance it cracked right here. And look, it's so soft still, it didn't even harden. Some spots did, some didn't. So I'm going to be sanding all of this off again and applying the new fiberglass bondo that I bought that has small strands in it, so it's nice and overlapping and more flexible. And I'm going to be putting the new fresher bondo on top over that and then sanding that again, and then it should come out perfect. So I got everything sanded down again. I used Gorilla Glue epoxy on this. Hopefully that helps it stick, because it did kind of go up a little bit. I'm not sure why, because oh, now I see I didn't layer enough epoxy over here, so that's my fault. But over there it's fine. Once we sand this part, I'm going to try to remove the door, switch these hinges on this side, and switch this don't even know what the hell you call it on this side, so the door opens up this way, because I'm going to cut it where the notch is on this side so it opens. But I need a 10 mil to remove one of the bolts. I'm kind of stuck, I don't have one, so I'm waiting for Alfred to come. Then we're going to start sanding all of this. I already cut the molding here, putting the piece on, and then I'm going to bondo the piece to this, and we're going to do the same on that side. So I used some Gorilla sealant on the inside, as you can see, to try and hold it together, but I am going to be leaving the screws in, because one guy I was talking to, Fastest_M3, he said that he left the screws in and he just sanded over it, bondoed and everything, so that's what we just did. I put this layer of fiberglass bondo on top, and then it's going to be sanded a little bit, and then over that goes the bondo, and I'm going to try to hide these screws so there's no bump. Hopefully, but if there is, it's whatever. This is a drift car. I'm not really like butthurt about it. I would like it to be perfect, but whatever. It's coming out good anyways. Just gonna let it sit. So Alex is sanding down the fender. I'm applying the new bondo, and this is the color it's supposed to be, the consistency. It just looks awesome. It looks exactly what it should have from the beginning, and it's hardening really nicely. So it's not chalky, it's not like crappy like before. So it is coming out much better. Definitely make sure you don't buy crappy bondo, because you're gonna have a bad time. But I'm about to do the sides, gonna mix some more up, do the sides, bottom, and then sand it down, and the trunk should be done for now. And I actually cut this, so the trunk, instead of opening this way, I swapped those around, drilled new holes right there, and now the trunk is going to be opening up this way. So yeah, if you ever get a kit like this, you just have to trim. The freaking grinder jumped on me and nicked it a little bit, but that's fine, because since there's no like way to kind of push this open like the stock one, because I have to for this thing I kind of have to drill a big hole, but it's not even a magnet. I thought it was. So what I'm actually going to do is, where that notch is, I'm just going to put a bolt through it and then have it like opening up like that. So boom, problem solved. Everything's coming along nicely. I'm going to show you the side where we did the fender. Coming out really good. Damn, I can't wait till this thing is finished by this week so it can be painted by next week.
Gangster.
Gay. Unfortunately, I'm running out of daytime, so it is what it is. It's actually very smooth. I'm gonna finish sanding this and just spray it with primer again, because that's actually done. This, unfortunately, I only have sanded down the fiberglass. I didn't have a chance to put the bondo on yet, but with the new fresh bondo, this thing is so smooth, and it's actually hard. It's not like the other one where I can put my nail through it. So this is the perfect bondo. Everything's looking good. The bottom's nice and sanded. The top, the sides is nice and sanded. I'm just gonna get rid of this right here a little bit because I don't need that much, like maybe just a little bit I'll leave right here. But everything's coming out so good. And the gas cap is on. I primered it already because I sanded it down. There you go. It still has to be a little bit sanded down. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna probably put something here so I can open it easier, but it's awesome. Now I have a working gas cap.
Several days later.
Either day 3, 4, I don't even know anymore. I've just been working the car a lot. So here's the trunk. It just needs a 30-20 grid on top and it's complete. I do have to fix this hole right here. I'll probably do that right now because as you can see, this bondo is still very soft. I guess I didn't put enough hardener, so this will come out. Everything else right here is so nice and like smooth and strong. Super happy with that. The bottom has this line. I noticed that a lot of CSL trunks actually have the line, but it matches with this. Mine's a little bit lower. Don't really care. Like I mentioned, it's a drift car. It's not a show car. I mean, if it looks good, that's a bonus for me. But I'm mainly just trying to have this whole thing in one piece. So forgive me for the wind noise. It's kind of windy today, but this is only fiberglass bondo right here. And it's on strong. I kind of feel stupid for leaving the bolts because at first I thought it wasn't going to hold strong enough, but it's actually nice and strong. So what I'm going to try to do is overlap these screws so it's like nice and flush, so you basically don't see them at all. Might be a tiny like bubble, might not be. I'm going to see what I can do, but I'll probably leave this side right now, or actually I might sand this side and start on this side a little bit later. I don't know if I mentioned the moldings, so it's all nice and smooth. Everything's looking good. But yeah, the car's coming out really good. So I'm gonna work on the fenders, and then the side skirts probably either tomorrow or within the next few days, because tomorrow it is supposed to rain, but we're gonna see. I'm hoping to get this done right now, fill in this hole, sand it down, get the trunk completely done so I don't touch anymore, finish this fender so I don't touch anymore, and work on that one, and then I can do the fenders. And hoping by Saturday everything will be done. Today is Wednesday, so I'm hoping everything will be done, sanded, bondoed, and I can throw it in for paint. So super excited. Finishing up this side now. This side's almost done actually. If you could see, the bolts are almost gone. Look, it's so smooth almost. I don't even have to put any more fiberglass on, but I'm gonna anyways, because if I just get bondo and lay bondo over it, it will cover that up and it'll be nice and smooth. But right now this side's pretty much done. The trunk, like I mentioned, I still haven't even did the hole yet, but I've been working on the fenders because I really want to get them done so I can do the side skirts. I think I might just mold the whole side skirts in because I don't really want to have screws just on the bottom and nowhere else. I'm thinking, what if I just get different screws, which I have really flat head screws that sit flush with the side skirt. So I think I'm going to do that and then use the same fiberglass right here on this little like opening here where it separates the side skirts from the body, and I might just mold it all in one piece after I mold this, of course. Straighten this out, mold it. Once this is molded, I have to shave it off a little bit so it sits flusher, but once this is molded, I think I'm just going to mold it to the body so there's no screws at all. Might be super nice, like nice and smooth, or I might not. We'll see, because I might still want to be able to remove my side skirts, the rear fenders or whatever, but side skirts I think I should be able to remove them, so I'll think about it. But yeah, this is coming out really good. This is the first coat, so the screws are still showing. There's still little bumps here and there, but once I sand this down, add another layer, it's gonna be really good. Got Alfred here helping me. So this is the third and final layer of the fiberglass, and as you can see, there are no screws whatsoever. Once this dries, I'm gonna sand it down, and then I'm gonna be putting light coat of bondo over it, and the bondo is gonna be the last part. It's gonna be nice and smooth once it's sanded down, and this side of the flare is completely done. Damn, I was fine with having the screws show, but like after doing this looks so much better. So definitely happier with this. It's very smooth. Don't mind those little like rigid bumps. Like I mentioned, it's gonna be sanded down and then bondo over, but there are no bolts. So this side only has one layer on, so you could still see the screws. It was exactly like this, so a few more layers and it's gonna be nice and smooth.
One eternity later.
I'm extremely tired. Worked today, and I've been working in the car for the past 6 hours, so I'm extremely like dusty, but car's coming out awesome. I know I mentioned this like a lot, that it's coming out great, but it really is. This flare is pretty much done, all sanded. That's just the fiberglass. I haven't put the actual bondo on. The bondo is more pinkish. This is green. The reason I used the fiberglass first is because it's like a short strand of fiberglass in there. It's very strong, but yet it's also flexible. And I'm not kidding when I say this thing is on in here so strong that it could be welded on. It's insane. It's super strong. Probably didn't even need to leave the screws in there, but whatever. Just some extra strength, and it's much harder. It doesn't bend anymore, so super happy with that. And this side's done completely, I would say. It just needs the bondo. This side I was only able to put 2 layers of the fiberglass, so it still has a lot of imperfections. Still the bolts showing right here. Here's one and here's one, and the other ones are covered, so still needs a 3rd layer. But I think that's going to be for tomorrow, because it's almost 8 o'clock. Sun's going down, so I'm running out of time. I'm actually going to just clean all this up, sand it down a little bit more here, clean it up, same with the trunk, and just spray it with primer, because it's going to rain tomorrow. So I'm just going to spray with primer where the metal is, cover it a little bit, and then tomorrow or the next day after, I guess if it doesn't rain tomorrow, which it's saying it is, but if it doesn't, then tomorrow I'm just going to sand off the primer and put another layer of the fiberglass and then the bondo, and I should be completely done. Alfred also helped me fill in this hole. It's completely filled in now. I noticed there was an air pocket here, pressed it in and cracked, so I peeled it all off and I put the fiberglass on here. Also needs another layer, because as you can see, it's not really flush, but it's a lot better than what it was. Definitely no more hole. So another layer here and here of the bondo or the fiberglass, and then I'm just going to sand it. Use 320 on the trunk because it's completely done. This is probably going to be a 3 or 2 part video, I don't know, because I still have to do the side skirts as well as clean up the body kit. As you can see, it has like all these tiny chips. It has like some residue chips here in the bumper. Just has a lot of imperfections still that I have to sand down. Not major stuff that I have to fill in, which is good, but like that stuff is the main. Like the flares are the hardest part. This wasn't really worried about it because it's kind of easy. Just gonna buy more fiberglass, overlay it on top. But I've also been thinking, if I just fiberglass the whole side skirts to the body, I could just do that with the bondo fiberglass, because it's like super strong glue that if I do it here, you won't even notice once it's all nice and flush. So I might not even take this off. I'll probably just bondo all of it together. But then I'm thinking about it, I kind of do want to remove my side skirts maybe at some point when I have to like either go to some shop or something, because these side skirts almost sit lower than the actual jack points that the car has, those rubber ones. It sits almost flush with them, so it's kind of hard to lift the car. So I'll think about that, but I'm just super happy with how everything's coming out. The car just looks amazing. Damn, I do have to get the M3 mirrors because these boxy ones are just garbage. But so happy that I'm about to finish the flares, because I really want to get this thing painted. I think I had the kit on for about a month now, so it should have been painted like 2 weeks after I had it on, but you know, it's just been busy with the newborn, work, everything, just very busy, so don't really have that much time to work on this. But when I do, I try to like get as much done as possible. Here's the bumper. It also has imperfections. As you can see, it's kind of cracked here. I'm gonna add more fiberglass on the bottom here. It's been cracked here from shipping actually, but it's not cracked underneath, so that's good. Got some bondo in here. Gotta fix these little spider cracks, make this stronger as well, and that's about it. Everything else is good. And the little wave that's in the middle, as you can see, it's much straighter now, but I have a piece of metal that I'm gonna put right here and bolt it on both sides to the basically this part of the trunk. Let me show you, like right here. It's gonna be hidden, and it should even it out, so it should be nice and smooth. I honestly don't know why I'm doing so much work on this car to make it look basically perfect, because it is a drift car. I'm planning on drifting the hell out of this car, so I know probably some things will happen to this car, like I might hit a wall or something. I mean, I hope I don't hit a wall, but I might have a love tap from a tandem, or I might tap someone, who knows. I'll try to avoid walls, that's for sure. But like I said, like it probably would have been better to have them screwed on, but I don't know. I do kind of want it to look super nice with the paint and color scheme I'm going with, so it's definitely going to be worth it in the end. I'm really hoping to paint it within the week, if not at least 2 weeks, because there's just so much more stuff that I need to do to the car. I really want to lower it and put the wheels on that I have. But yeah guys, definitely stay tuned, subscribe, share this with your friends, because this car's about to look super mean. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.